Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing good today. Heard a rumor today that it is National Knife Day. I definitely couldn't let the day get by without talking about some knives and doing a video real quick for sure, because what an important day. Is kind of like like a celebration day for knife collectors. So definitely got a cool one to show you today. We're going to continue our 3 a day in the display, but we're going to amp it up. We're going to do 3 new ones for the main collection in the display, and we're going to do 3 relic knives. That was a suggestion from a subscriber, and I apologize, I can't remember which one it was at the moment, but great suggestion. It'll kind of help us ramp up getting this case filled, which I want to be done, and I want to see it filled myself just to kind of see how it's going to turn out. But did get to go to an antique store today, weirdly enough. Wasn't planning it. We actually had to run, do a few other things and shopping things. Just happened to be pretty much in the vicinity of one that I haven't been to, but probably once ever, to be honest. And we swung in there. Not a lot of great knives at all, a few little knickknacks, but I happened upon one that's actually pretty cool, and I got a good deal on it. So I'm gonna show you that here in just a minute. But anyway, guys, thank you again from Cutlery for coming by. Hope you enjoy the knives today, and happy National Knife Day, guys. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's flip it around. Let's take a look at these knives. See you in a minute. All right, guys, we got here to the table. So what I was telling you in the intro is I was running around. It was actually in East Alabama today. Ran across an antique store while we were shopping in that area. Swung in. Was hoping for a big selection of knives, of course, like I always do. But they're really getting few and far between. I have noticed it over the last couple of years. I guess all these popular knife channels and everybody talking about knives has kind of made that search a big thing now, which is good, definitely for the knife brotherhood, but definitely makes it hard finding those real good deals and those old school pocket knives. But we were able to pull out one today, so I'll show you it first. So the other day I did a video on a Bob Cargill custom knife, and this was the one right here. It's actually this 3-blade canoe. And if you didn't see that, please go back and check a couple videos back and watch the story on it and Bob Cargill. But the cool thing about Bob Cargill is he invented and patented the bolster lock. I had honestly I had seen one before in my life, and actually a friend of mine actually has one, but I'd never actually owned a bolster lock knife. Well, lo and behold, and oddly enough, I'm at that antique store today, and this knife is not in the sheath. It's supposed to come with a sheath, but someone had taken it out of the sheath, and it was in a box. All this was together of a pretty good sized box of a bunch of just like, cheaper knives. I won't say frost, but you'll see why I won't say that in a minute. But a lot of stuff that I wouldn't buy, a couple of dollar knives most everywhere. This one happened to just kind of be laying there, and it was open. The blade was open. It was thrown in the bottom of this box. What stuck out with me to begin with is this sheath was by itself with no knife in it, had a price tag on it, and it said Comanche knife. I think it was $25 what I ended up paying. I was like, I don't know what a Comanche knife is, so I got digging this box, and lo and behold, I found out what a Comanche knife is. Now, this is just as I found it. I have not cleaned this knife or anything. It definitely needs a good scrubbing. But what caught my eye is stag on this knife. Beautiful, deep stag, big, thick stag on both sides. Huge, deep valleys. I wish you could see how deep these things are. But beautiful, and I knew it just looked well built. And like I said, when I first saw it, it was laying there open like this. Never used, never sharpened. But I did see it's a frost cutlery. Well, I'm not a big frost guy. Most of the time frost is just not my forte and not what I collect. But I saw this Comanche. That's what was labeled on this sheath with it for sale. I got to remembering back to the Bob Cargill story. Bob Cargill patented the bolster lock. Well, I got to looking, and this was not a lockback knife in any way. And I'm assuming what happened is someone went to look at this knife, opened the blade, didn't know how to close it, and just threw it back in the box, and that's where it lay. But I pretty quickly noticed a little bit of difference, because if you see right here, this bolster matches up beautiful. This one's got a gap in it. to the stag scales on it. Pretty much, and I had seen this Comanche designation. I think I saw one on eBay, I believe. But pretty quickly I figured out, if you'll take right here and you'll push that bolster up, that's the locking mechanism. So this is a bolster lock knife. My first one I've ever owned. Very cool locking mechanism, and that it was patented, and I guess Frost bought the patent, or they just used Bob's, because I see even on eBay when it says knives like this, it's a Bob Cargill design knife for Frost. So awesome, very, very cool. I was super excited to find this knife, especially just in the middle of nowhere. Wasn't where it belonged, but we will get this thing shined up. These bolsters will shine like new, and this is an absolute gorgeous knife for the price as well. So for National Knife Day, I'll take this as a sign any day. So it must have been what I was supposed to find today. But cool knife. Thought you would enjoy seeing that one. Now, back to what we're here for. 3 a day, or what we're going to call 6 a day now. Knives into the display. So what we'll do, we usually go left to right. We'll go right to left, just make it different. This one has a price tag of $149.95. There's a little story behind this one. I was in an Ace Hardware a few months ago. Usually don't go into Ace much because most of the time knives are retail price. I don't usually buy a lot of case knives, especially for retail. But I asked the lady at the front, I said, hey, is there any knives on sale today? She said, I don't think so. She said, but tell you what I'll do. I'll come back to the display, which they have the old school, which those are going away too, like your Tractor Supplies and all that, especially around here, no longer have the old time case displays. And that's kind of sad. I used to love going into the stores and seeing the knives displayed and just looking at them. I mean, that's just the fun part of it. But she took a scanner back there and she literally scanned every single knife in the case until she got to this one. When she scanned this one, she said, hey, this one right here is on clearance right now. I said, okay. I said, it's a $149, $150 knife. What is the clearance price on it? And she told me $37. So guess what? It came home with me. But this is an absolute gorgeous knife. This is the Stripes of Service Mini Trapper. I'm assuming the green was the Army Stripes of Service, and I think they had, blue for the Navy, and I'm not sure what the Marines would be for this one. I think they had one for each. But brand new, beautiful Mini Trapper, and this was a 2019 knife. Pretty sure that's correct. Yep, 2019. So this one had been in that case a little over 6 years. So I'm assuming that's why they put it on clearance. I mean, $37 in tax, basically $40 for this knife. I will buy every one they have, and I happened to get lucky and happened upon that one. So beautiful knife to add to the collection. It will be the first one put in the display today. And thank you for all our veterans out there for your service. I mean, my brother was in the Army for many, many years, and he had fought in Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and I just thank you all for your service, guys. All right, we'll go on, keep it rolling. We'll go to the next one. I tell you what, I will leave it out there. You got to put it in the case. Next one in the row, we'll take a look at it first. Looks like a 2012 Amber Bone Trapper is what it says. I don't think we've put an amber. I think we did a mini trapper yesterday, whenever my last video was for the case. But I believe this is a full-size trapper. And oh yeah, very beautiful. Beautiful trapper. Beautiful amber bone. Yep. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. So 2012. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Big spade blade. I had to wipe this off with my cloth. These set in these boxes for long enough. They get dirty and you wonder how. I know I handle them, probably pulled this one out when it was purchased new and then put it in the box and left it alone since then. Those fingerprints have been on there since that time. But that'll be our second one in the display today. And third up for the day, we will go with... Okay, I remember this one. So It's been a few weeks now. I did a video on this one, the Skeleton Pre-Hafted Trapper, 9254 stainless steel. I did not know what that designation meant. A subscriber made a comment on there and told me that the Skeleton was actually ordered without scales, pre-done and ready for handles from the factory, from the case factory. Pre-hafted meaning everything was buttoned up and pinned and ready to go. And then it was just sent to custom makers or custom dealers, like I don't know, Red Hill Cutlery, or maybe if they want to do their own kind of scales. And I'm not sure where this one come from, to be honest, but you can tell this was fitted with that. And I believe and I was corrected for sure. I think it's either a Coraline or a Kieranite. I think it's what the case designation is for this, but beautiful, beautiful handles on him. Gorgeous, gorgeous trapper again. That is a 2020, I believe. I better check it, make sure. The date is not on the box, but I'm pretty sure that is the designation, 2020. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong on that one. Like I always said, I know the old ones, the 90s and below, but these, once they get up into the later 2000s, I need to get my little reference card most of the time. But beautiful knife that one is. Second part of this is we said we were going to do the 3 in the display, and then we're going to do the 3 relic knives in the display also. So I pulled out 3 almost at random, but oddly enough, they came back to being some of the oldest knives I have in the collection. You've seen a couple of these. You haven't seen one of them on any of my videos on the channel, but I know you've seen this one. So this is broke secondary blade, main blade is whittled down to the world's end, and look at this. This thing is eat up. But this was a larger collection buy I did. This was a W.R. Case & Sons tang stamp. So I think it's 1905 to 1915. Old knife, but beautiful wood handles on this one. Just, I can't pass these up no matter what, because they just will work perfectly in the display. But neat addition to it. So it'll be going in today. Second one up. I know I showed you this one. I actually did a short video on this one when I first got it. This was purchased in a large knife lot, and it said junk knife lot. Got it super cheap, 10, 15, but whatever it was. It was a bunch of knives. But this one was in there, and it's the reason I bought the lot. You could not tell what this was from the pictures at all, but I saw the bone. It was just beautiful. This is well beyond repairable condition. Got a couple of, and there's no broke blades in this one. They're so super whittled down that I won't even open them. But this is also a W.R. Case & Sons tang stamp. Hard to read, not a heavy stamping on that one, but that's exactly what it is. But gorgeous bone. Make a great addition to the display. On the display knives, we're probably going, because the blades are somewhat really bad on most of them, just because they're what they are, they have used, loved, and they have a huge story. We're going to probably display them with the blades closed for the most part. Third one I have not shown on the channel. I've had it for a long, long time. I bought it, I don't remember, many years ago. One of my favorite patterns, and I don't know if this is the exact pattern when I say my favorite pattern, but I shouldn't even call it my favorite pattern because I don't own one. But I see all the guys that have the 62-35.5 pattern. I don't even know what it's called, if it's a large jack, jumbo jack, whatever it's called. But that is, I'm literally looking right now to add one of those to my collection. So if you have one for trade, bone, stack, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm looking for one in pretty good shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you have one that's just sitting around that you want to get rid of, please reach out. Email me at cothinoutdoors@gmail.com. A 62-35.5 pattern case back. But I believe that's probably what this is. There's no pattern number on this one. It's a 6.2 something, I can tell you that. But blades are not bad on this one. They're definitely whittled down. This is a case tested. Hard to see, that stamping's kind of light as well, but you can see it there. But gorgeous bone on this knife. No snap. This one's got a lot of play in the blade. It would need a lot of work to get back to usable condition. But When I first got this knife, this was my oldest knife at that time, and I absolutely loved it, and I still do, just because of that pocket worn bone. This is real deal wear. Just absolutely gorgeous. And it's not a bad looking knife. It could probably be repinned and reset and become a user again, but for now, he's going to go in the relics section of the display. And that was number 3 on the relic knives. So there's the 6 knives, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to get them put in the case over here in a minute. Certainly hope you enjoyed the National Knife Day pickup of the day. This, I know it's a Frost cutlery, but it's made so well. This thing is engineered amazing. And that bolster lock design is just absolutely cool. It truly is. But anyway, guys, we'll get off here. Well, we'll jump off here. We'll flip this camera over here to the case. We'll get these put in, show you that. And we'll see you in a minute. Thanks so much, guys. All right, guys, here we are in the case. So we got them put in. As you can see, we're starting to fill this thing up a little bit, a panel at a time. But the amber bone trapper's here. The skeletonized, the Curanite or the Coraline trapper's there. And the Stripes of Service mini trapper right here for the day. Still looking at how I'm going to arrange this. I'm going to try to get it just filled with blades open, and then we'll flip to another panel, fill it up, and we'll just keep on until we run out of room, if we run out of room, and then we'll start changing, rearranging, and all that. But this will be the relic side of the house. You see the 3 we talked about today, they're in there. For now, we're going to turn them, I tell you what, we may just turn them horizontal instead of vertical, but we'll do that next time. But that's where they're at for the day anyway. But anyway, guys, appreciate you joining me again. Thanks so much for the support, the emails, the wonderful comments, guys. I enjoy this every minute of this, and I hope you enjoy the content as well. If you'd like to see something different, a different way of approaching it, I'm all ears, guys. I'm open to any suggestions. But thank you so much from Cutlery. We'll talk to you next time.